What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. It's Halloween, so the prices on the market aren't the only thing that is spooky. Phantasme at $110 freaking dollars. Really, this is insane. Historically, the fall and winter seasons have brought coolant onto the market. Usually things heat up in February. We see the WCQ market start to really explode as people go for the road for nationals. People are really excited about Yu-Gi-Oh right now, and TCG Player did recently have a sale for bonus bucks back, so it explains the climb a little bit. But over on eBay, we're over $100 here too, with only 9 total sellers, and they quickly rise to $120 freaking dollars. Only 3 of these are under $110, actually 120 on eBay. So if you're making these big boy purchases, please be using my TCG Player link in the description down below, because the more you spend, it definitely supports me more when you use that. But dang, I want to make a quick side note here. Savage Strike as a sealed set is really up because of this. You see $150 sealed first edition boxes and $130 special edition display cases. That's 30 packs. Your chances at these are really low still though, because Phantasme and Extravagance are short printed. But if you really have that itch to get that, ooh, I could pull it, I could get it, it could be in there, well, why don't you go below the price of a Phantasme and shop on Troll and Toad, because they have an $80 special editions, and actually that's like 29 of them from cheapest trading cards. And then you see Top Games over here has $100 boxes, so at least spend less than a Phantasme if you're chasing after. Otherwise, definitely go for the singles, and I would still suggest going for the singles. But I thought I would bring some attention here, and I want to note, these sellers actually aren't Troll and Toad themselves. They're third party who actually sell through them through an evolution program, and they're still very quality. I actually ordered a case of the Savage Strike special editions myself for a later project here on YouTube, and I think that what's interesting about this is that it allows them to create their own marketplace on Troll and Toad while still allowing you to use store credit on these sellers, so you could actually use their sell to us 25% bonus web credit and then spend it on these boxes. So kind of one of the best ways is when they have their hot buys up, to use the hot buys, get that extra credit, and then wait for something like this if you're really trying to go in. That's the only way I would take an approach towards this. You're still gambling, you're still not necessarily getting the card you're chasing after, but if you want to open product, you're bored, and you want a good price on Savage Strike, that's the best offer I've got. Still, go for the singles, in my opinion. Pot of Extravagance towards 70, nothing new there. It's actually kind of sticking around, but it's not just Phantasme heating up. We look at Apollosa here. I recently covered it. It was bought out to the point of $60. I was like, you know what? Let's watch this. We'll chill on it for a bit. There was a sale. Maybe it'll float back down. No, with Rising Rampage, something had to give, and we see it towards $70 cheapest here, $68 for a foreign copy on eBay before it's quickly even more, actually, towards a ridiculously more price point on eBay with only 10 sellers. This is a fresh part of the buyout. Now, it is a metagame card. It is something you'll want to have continuing forward. I don't think that Rising Rampage will necessarily be reprinted in the March set. I think Savage Strike will be the target of that. Maybe we'll see some reprints in Battles of Legend for Rising Rampage, but I want to count on it. And I want to count on Battles of Legend even being ahead of the WCQ, as this year they put it behind, which I thought was a really weird and bad move. So when you look at the set, Apollosa and honestly Gizmek Orochi are the two most meta impacting cards, and you have an enemy up here before it's just really dirt cheap, and very few things are rising. Now, Get Out is highly underestimated. I would still be after this card, and there's a reason there's low quantities on market. I would still make sure you have your copies of that, but Apollosa, definitely the chase out of here. Orchestrated Return is up when we're talking metagame. This is towards $16. I think it could peak at $20 once again, but there's many sellers of this, and you're not playing the most copies. You see people went in when it was $8, so it would take a lot of work to hit that point, and there's going to be plenty of competition along the way. So you don't have to really rush for it. You're playing 1, maybe 2 max. I don't think you're trying to go full out on this card, since it's a hard once per turn effect, and it's also searchable. So we see a bunch of new listings here, but they are still even more expensive than the $16 price point for the most part. Only, no, even this one is. So yeah, I would shop TCG Player using my link in the description down below. Add. Seriously, it does help the channel a lot, and I appreciate it. This next month's giveaway is going to be fire, trust me. Sir Zeal is the next card I'm talking about being up. This is pretty surprising, but we did get Evil Eye support and Chaos Impact. I think it's decent, and when I look at the Infinity's Chasers, I think that the Evil Eye actually impressed me the most when it comes to playing against the metagame. I really like Witchcrafters, and they do a lot of tricks, but I think Evil Eye actually has the most consistency and power combined, and I actually like the Infinitrax. Don't make fun of me, okay? But when getting new support, things are going to get hyped. We kind of saw this coming. I even suggested when it was down around 17 to 18 that, hey, you might want to take a look at this, and it'll cool off pretty quick. We see motivated sellers here, and even the foreign listings not bought out, where it's $20 again already before it's $24, $25. I don't think this is going to stick despite low quantities and not that many to replenish the market. Not everyone's going to be an Evil Eye duelist, and it's still going to be stuck in that rogue category. It's not going to march and take a majority of top cuts, so you can kind of chill on it if you've been waiting, but I would also consider the price point you want with Black Friday sales coming up and certain sites having singles on sale. Not everything is up news. Jackalope is down towards 11. This is really surprising towards me. There's 5 sellers, I believe, with Jackalopes at this $11 mark before it's back towards, 12 and then 13. This is pretty impressive that the market's cooling off on him, because I would figure this is something people are chasing after. People would want the danger cards right now, and the Megatons felt like they had bottomed out. So my question remains, what will be the first card to get the MSRP of a 10 back, or will we even hit that point with the Gold Sark Megatons? Will it be in the Nibiru, or are the promos just draining the value of the core set because of the chances of pulls, and this is why it's so cheap? We also have, like I said, Black Friday sales coming up, so I think a large quantity of Megatons will be gushed and ripped open when they're being bought for $10 and $15. We usually see like a Barnes & Noble 50% off sale or GameStop 50% off sale. So I think quantities could actually really rise and get a secondary wind for the Megatons versus the vendors who are trying to hold on to copies of certain things and not let them go. And they might see those price coolants and even panic a little. Play the market with your big brain. Always make the right and smart decisions based off of your own situation. Like if you're holding cards and you're scared they're going to go down, yeah, you better be selling them because they might be. But we see over on eBay it's still pretty much full price. So your cheapest deal for Jackalope right now is on TCG Player. Into the Void is something I'm looking at. Yeah, that's $100 for the lowest first edition copy of the Ultimate Rare. Now, this is something that's come up on Market Watch a few times, mainly because Into the Void is a $10 card now for its more regular incarnations, the Ultra Rares. I think it's pretty insane. If you're playing Pendulum's best deck, 200 negates, I gotta get my spell counters. Like, I understand. You want Into the Voids. I think if you're buying a playset, though, try to get it around 60 because you're already going to see new listing $25 for unlimiteds. You're going to see people with these full pages, all unlimited, trying to get their money out of them. Don't spend $75 on a playset. Chill out, cool down, let competition happen, let restocks on the market happen, and try to get it around 60, maybe even in person as a hookup. Can you do $5 off a piece? People usually say yes, and look at this, condition used, and they be selling. I think that, though, whenever we look at cards like this, the ultis typically command 3x the price, and it's a very, very old ulti as well. So I could see this being $30 along the horizon, but I do think it will cool down from this before it spikes back up again. You never know, though. So if you're really itching for these, again, make your own decisions. The Dream Mirrors are very interesting to me. I wanted to take a different look at Chaos Impact and the top selling cards. Gizmek Yada's feature on the front page of TCG Player, so weird that it would be the top selling card, but the next one's actually Dream Mirror Phantasms, and then we look through and there's quite a few Dream Mirror cards on this front page, along with the Blue Eyes players coming out for Nebula Dragon. Alright, but what is kind of shocking is the fact that these are so stably up from Rising Rampage. I think Dream Mirrors have a lot of potential and tons of people see that, but we also have the Pirate archetype announced, so we know a lot of slots for Dream Mirrors are going to be replaced as TCG exclusives. They're not going to get a whole lot of support, and it would take a lot to tie this archetype together and make it coherent and competent for the metagame. It has so much going for it, and I think that's what people are banking on. But these prices, let's look back a little bit. Remember Spiral Double Agent? We look at Spiral Double Agent, right? No, not Double Agent. It's just Super Agent. My bad. Oh my gosh, I've ruined the past metagame's history. When we look at Spiral Super Agent, remember how after each buyout, he would float down all the way to $3. $3. And then new support was announced to be coming, he would spike up to 8 to 9 and float back down to $3. You're saying this card is less deserving of a price point than the Dream Mirrors. I think the Dream Mirrors will fall down a little in price. I think you'll see these go back towards being $3, which you're already seeing, you know, towards the $4 price point on Morpheus. I think you'll see it trickle down a little bit, and then if there is new support announced, oh my gosh, they're still going to do Dream Mirrors. Did you hear it's not just Pirates? You're going to see that kind of a spike towards it. My final card here on Market Watch today is Apex Avion. I noticed versus the market price, the DTs are up on TCG Player, and they're up even further on eBay. Just extremely low quantities. I wanted to note that DT 1 through 4 went on clearance a long time ago at Konami. So they're out of it. It's gone. And if people are holding on to copies, they've been holding on for a long time. Very few prices available. If you want your copy of this for Pendulums, get it sooner than later. I'm not going to argue consistency with you. I do personally think that you want cards that continue to combo off, continue to build the board, continue to be resource management. And while you can summon Apex Avion turn after turn, it doesn't help you set up your scales. It doesn't help you do your combo. So I'd be wary of this card. But the Secret Rare is still very affordable as well and look very nice towards $3. And if you're looking for a big brain investment, man, people are willing to sell them almost as bulk from Shadows and Valhalla. Let's see if this turkey goes up towards Thanksgiving. I don't think it necessarily will, but if I was to go for this, go max rarity, whichever you consider with the Secret Rare or the DT. That being said, thanks for watching today's Market Watch. I've been craving a ton more cards all together for you guys in this segment and trying to get through them faster while still giving you full information on what's going on. So let me know if I did a good job with that while talking faster. Please like this video if you do enjoy it that way. Subscribe if you haven't already. Support me on TCG Player by using that link down below, costing you nothing extra while supporting the channel, buying the cards you'd already be getting. And yeah, be sure to always check around for deals too. Like I said, Savage Strike may be a great Christmas present for somebody or something. $80 for the special edition actually does seem like a deal, but you're hunting two shorted secrets, so do keep that in mind as well. Thanks for watching.